morning, Diane. How are you? Hang on, let me take a drink from my coffee mug.
Oh, me too.
Oh, look at that. It's like a real morning show. Today's weather, my friends, is more seasonal. It's going to a high of 18. Evening is 13. Overnight is 8. It's going to feel like 4. And it's raining overnight and all day tomorrow. So, May showers bring June flowers. I don't know what to say. We have a grade 12 guest on today.
Yes, we do.
And she was in the SJC video that everyone saw yesterday. Let's bring her on.
Hey, Victoria.
Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm good. The sun is shining. It's seasonal. I'm actually back to wearing a sweater.
I know.
Being cozy. Now, can you believe you're already in grade 12?
I really can. It's gone by so fast.
And what a graduating class you guys are, surviving the pandemic. I mean, there's other grades, but look at you. You're still conquering the world. A pandemic doesn't stop you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where are you going next year? Do you know what next steps are? Where?
I'm going to Queen's University for kinesiology.
Nice. So the muscles and all that.
Yeah.
So should we do a shout out to your teachers who taught you phys ed and kinesiology and stuff like that?
Yeah. Miss Merrick, Mr. Frazier. I've had I can't remember, Miss Francis for phys ed. She's not here anymore, but yeah.
And kinesiology, like that's just opens up a lot of doors for you.
Yeah,
You can go into like the sports medicine part. You can go into healthcare, that sort of thing. So looking back over your time at STA, what sort of clubs and after school activities were you part of over the years?
So I was part of a few sports. I was part of the cross country team, the swim team, track and field. And then I also was part of the RAM mentors. I was a prefect. I did the L2L tutoring. And then this year, with a lot of that being canceled, I decided to join Social Justice Council.
Yes, and that's how I got to know you.
Yeah. And then I also did HOSA.
Nice. So you're a busy individual.
Yeah.
So with all of that, what are some of the memories that stand out for you?
I definitely really enjoyed the team sports I was part of. I was able to go to OFSA a few times, so that was really fun, a really fun experience.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then I've also just really enjoyed, I really loved RAM mentoring, the mentor days we had. I found those really, really fun. There were some awesome team building activities. So yeah, I've just really enjoyed all the activities I've done.
Awesome. And what would you say over the past 4 years? Because, when you start high school, you're kind of nervous. Like we're all kind of like, oh my gosh, it's bigger than elementary.
Yeah.
And now that you're here, what would you say is your proudest accomplishment?
I would say actually something kind of outside of school. Actually running a half marathon. I did that this past weekend.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I just did it on my own. But I think that's probably my proudest accomplishment throughout high school.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And how long is a half marathon?
It's 21.1 kilometers.
Oh my gosh. I'm just tired thinking about that.
Especially with the hot weather. My God.
Wow. And Mr. John McKelly is saying you are a consummate student athlete. Good for you.
Thank you.
And keep in mind, if sports are running at Queen's, you can always join some of the university sports.
Yeah, for sure.
To stay on top of that. Here's a fun question, and I've asked this before. If you could work as an assistant to anyone for a year, who would you choose?
I would have to say Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
I'm reading her book right now, and it's so interesting. And I didn't realize that, her whole education background and everything she's overcome. So I think she would be someone I could learn so much from.
Oh, yes, I would second that. Yeah. Finish this sentence. I am most grateful for...
I would say, like most people say, my family and friends. I think I'm very fortunate to have a supportive family and supportive friends in my life. So I would say, yeah, those people.
Awesome. And what is your favorite quote? Like, what's an inspiring quote you kind of always think of to keep you going?
I have a quote up on my wall, actually, and it says, "Note to self, relax, you are enough, you have enough, you do enough."
Aww.
I love that quote because sometimes when you're just feeling down and you need to feel a little happier or you need some motivation, I love reading that quote.
Yeah, that's very powerful on so many levels because we tend to think, or our culture makes us feel like we are always lacking something. We always need the latest gadgets or, the name brands, or we need to fix ourselves but really we're enough.
Yeah.
And to obviously I'm going to work in the faith. Our faith tells us that, God created us in God's image. So, and God doesn't make junk or mistakes. So, yeah, I love that quote. What would you say is a song that, when you hear, it brings you back to STA?
I would have to say "Stronger" by Kelly Clarkson. I'm not a big music person, but I love any kind of motivational song that can kind of pick you up when you're having a rough day. So I really love that song, and I've played it many times at school when I've just been having one of those off days and I need something to make me feel a little better.
Oh, well, that's a good song to hear. And then, you go back and think about your high school and, of course, how you ran the half marathon. What sort of dream do you have for the world?
Oh, so many things.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I would say, that's a tough one. I don't know, just everyone keep doing better and making small changes in your own life that can better the people around you and better the world. So maybe not always striving for something big, but just trying to make small changes in your life that if we all did that, they could add up to a really big impact.
That is so well said, Victoria. That is so well said. And so what, before we say goodbye, what would be your biggest advice for the grade 9s or grade 8s coming into the school?
Oh, I love this question. So I would definitely say get involved and don't be afraid to do things that your friends aren't doing. I know a lot of people kind of shy away from joining a club or joining a team if their friends aren't doing it or if they don't know anyone going into it. So as someone who didn't come from a feeder school, I didn't really know people going into grade 9. So I really had to put myself out there, and I met most of my friends from activities that I joined. So I would say definitely don't be afraid to do that, try new things. And it's a time to really explore what you like, maybe what you're not a fan of, so going forward.
I can tell that you must have been an awesome mentor.
Yeah.
Because this is great advice, right? And of course, as staff, we say it, but it's way more meaningful coming from, a grade 12, because, teenagers tend to listen to each other more than they, of course, because teenagers will always say, well, miss, you get paid to say that. Well, no, I didn't have to choose this career. So thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'm really glad that you decided to join social justice this year so I could get, I got to know you.
Yeah, it was a really great experience. I loved it.
And kudos for being part of that video that Social Justice put together and that we premiered yesterday. So have a good day, and I'm sure I will see you soon because I know the email went out to parents. June 28th, there's going to be kind of a nice little drive-through grad happening. So I'll definitely see you again.
Yes.
So,
okay. Thank you so much.
Anytime, Victoria. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. That was good advice, eh?
Yeah.
And so, we kind of created a poll, just a fun little survey for everyone to do. Let's pull up the overlay. So get your phones ready and look at the QR. Are you going to do this, Diane, or shall I? Okay. So get your phones ready. Look, do the QR code, and we just have a fun little survey. Oh, wait, I got to go over here. Your ideal chillax and vacation. And we've given you two options, do the QR code. It is open until 9 a.m. And then tomorrow we'll share, what won.
Yeah.
So enjoy doing that. We'll just keep it up a bit more. So just something fun for everyone to do. Some more, we're always looking. Diane and I are always trying to figure out how to make this more interactive. So we'd like to just hear from you. It is anonymous. I believe I set it up to be anonymous.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I guess like the options would be like either you go to a beachside resort or a cottage country getaway. So
yeah. Sorry, those are the only two options. We just had to make it, just a fun little thing.
Yeah.
I've been watching Death in Paradise, and it takes place, somewhere in the Caribbean. I'm telling you, that show is convincing me that I should just pick up and move. Find a little shack on a beach somewhere, and don't worry, I'm not. But boy, the temptation when I watch that show, the scenery. All right, let's we'll put this up again before we end there. I'll just take that out. So we look forward to what your responses will be.
Yeah.
I put up some pictures. So Diane and I were at the school yesterday, and it was kind of exciting, everyone. Something was being installed. So when you walk into the school,
I'll pull it up. Yeah.
look what you see.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, it's a little sliver of a space. You walk, there's a rainbow right on the floor. So that is at the school, and it was just, I don't know, serendipitous or a God wink that we were there when that was being installed. So that is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, what else is happening?
Well, I mean, like, might as well just maybe ask you a question, Miss R. Like,
Yes, that's right.
So let's see. What can I ask you today? So, Miss R, what's your favorite thing about your career? Like right now, with all this going on, and either now or like throughout your whole career, what was
The favorite thing about being a chaplain?
Yeah.
Gosh, there's a lot, actually.
Yeah.
The kinds of relationships or the kind of relationship I can have with students, there's still a boundary with me being staff, but it's slightly different because I don't have access to student marks. So I don't see you I don't see any student as, what kind of average they're making. I see every student as the person they are.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah.
Fresh. I get to have fun, and I get paid for it. Like that's part of my job, is to build community, get to know people, form relationships. So I have fun with staff, I have fun with students, and I get paid for it.
Yeah.
Like
for sure. I know, it's like a dream job. Like
and then with this pandemic, not again, I really don't want to toot my own horn, but kind of like doing something new, like this show, and keeping us connected. And then I see how it is keeping us connected.
Yeah.
And
like
just
growing, there's so many.
Like humanizing the school, because we do feel so disconnected. And so I love that this platform was created so we can, I have teachers on to interview teachers. Admin has been on. May's been grad month, so we get to hear from the grade 12 students.
Yep.
It's just putting it back on our radar that we're not just a school and just, you got to get work done. We're a human community.
For
and
sure.
so I think this has been fun, going out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then look at you, like,
yeah.
Miss Ferguson is like, no, could you use a co-op student? I'm like, sure. What? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to look, but here you are.
Yeah.
So who knows how this will grow in the future, because we have ICT SHISM, and, we have students who are interested in this sort of thing or good at video making. So who knows? Like, it's just fun because it's like, oh, what's the need out there? How are we going to meet it?
Exactly.
Sorry, I talked too much, and it's time for anthem. All right, everyone, please stand for our anthem and feel free to sing.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot sacred love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. Au Canada, Getcheguanach, Nani Britami Gwetchewin, Danda, Nani Britami Gwetchewin, Danda.
There we go.
And as we begin prayer, just call to mind any intentions that you might have. It's important to just pause as another day begins. Also take some time to ask God what it is you need to make this day a good one. And so for all the different needs in the world, for the extreme weather that various places in the world will be experiencing or are experiencing, COVID is still a devastating reality in a lot of countries and a lot of places. For our own healthcare, places and hospitals and people in ICUs, and so for all our needs, for our own mental health, and for our hopes and dreams that some kind of normal returns, hopefully sooner than later, so we can continue working on the hopes we have for our own lives and for the lives of our family, the lives of our children, our parents. So for all these needs, let us pray.
하늘에 계신 우리 아버지,
तेरा नाम पवित्र माना जाए।
Nước Cha chỉ đến,
Sundin ang loob mo.
하늘에서와 같이
हमारी रोज की रोटी आज हमें दे
và tha nợ chúng con
Para ng pagpapatawad namin sa nakakasala sa amin.
저희를 유혹이 빠지지 않게 하시고
परंतु दुष्ट से बचाए।
vì vương quyền, uy lực và vinh quang là của Chúa.
Magpasawalang hanggan. Amen. St. Thomas Aquinas, ipanalangin mo kami.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you for loving us.
Your love makes things better.
When we hurt, your love comforts us. When you are sad, your love gives us strength. When we are ill, your love calms us down. When we are tired, your love gets us moving.
When we are happy, your love brings joy.
Thank you for always being with us. And helping us be better people.
St. Thomas Aquinas, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I love those prayers. I just love it. And it's time for our regular nation news. Grads. This is exciting time of year for you. Because of the pandemic, we need you to take a photo of yourself with your gown and cap and send it in. The link was emailed to you. So if you haven't checked your my.aquinas.me emails, please do so, because the link is in there. And I'm sure by now you know what June 28th will consist of, and the ceremony will be, premiered. Yes, it's all going to be a video. Will be premiered at 7 p.m. on June 28th. So that's a big day. Some great stuff happening during that day. It's going to be fun and lovely, and I think a great sending off for you all. So just pay attention to the requirements for the photo. Make sure it's in portrait. There's a good space of headroom over your head, kind of from centered and waist up, and go outside for good lighting. But again, try to refrain from going in the direct sunlight, because you don't want to be squinting, and So yeah, send that in, and it's due next Tuesday at 9 a.m. So here's a little trick. Let's say the deadline is May 31st. Just get it in the day before. Yeah, get those photos in. What else? Oh, again, here's the just a fun little survey. If you didn't do it, it's open. The voting is open till 9. So feel free to, just a fun little survey. Okay, removing that. And I'm just looking through. Is there anything else, Diane?
Yeah, submit your pet photos.
Yes, our poster boy Stitch. Yep. Send it into livewithmissr@gmail.com.
For sure.
And let's see those cute photos. And I think is that it?
And then here are our Instagram handles.
Yes. Oh, Miss, okay. I don't really have a URL, and I don't want to, Miss Miller, I see your message. The next survey we do, we have to mention Student Council.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing you have those URLs up there, because there are Student Council candidates who have done videos for their campaigns. So they will be released on our social media platforms. So make sure you check those out. Make an informed decision, and voting will take place when, Diane?
It will take place a week today, so Thursday, June 3rd. Yeah.
Yes. So the only positions that were acclaimed were president, which is Emma Pascu. And who are the VPs next year, Diane?
So it's a guy named Marcus Dela Cruz, and the co-vice president. So we're co-vice presidents, and so I am the other one. So
so that's awesome. So congratulations on your being acclaimed. But all the other positions, there's a lot of people running, so they need to campaign, and voting will take place next Thursday. So make sure you check the social media sites to see their videos of those who are campaigning, and you've got a week to make up your mind, and voting will take place next Thursday.
For sure.
All right, I think that is it. So those are all the Instagram handles for what we could find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so follow them, be in the know, get to know your community. These are, some great clubs, and they put out some great information. Raider Weekly, they're still, being journalists and writing their articles. So, just because we may have checked out because it's the end of May and it's coming up to June, doesn't mean that school is actually over. We still have to go till the end of June. So hang in there, everyone. It's like running a marathon. You don't give up when there's like a kilometer to go. That's usually when you sprint to finish. So finish strong, everyone. Finish strong. And we will we'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Have a great day. And I guess I should cue the yes, we take turns. All right, everyone. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the sunshine.